Hello there, friends. My name is Matti McLean. I'm a Canadian Eurovision, and by duty, it is part of my responsibility to actually look into this whole American Song Contest as well. So, one thing about the American Song Contest is that it is very new. This is the first time they're doing it. It's very fresh. It's an idea that hasn't really taken hold quite yet. So, there's a lot that needs to be discussed overall. I'm not going to get into my own feelings or opinions about this, but right now what I want to focus on is actually their YouTube channel, because their YouTube channel started on May 20th, 2022. So how is it doing overall? It's weird. When you go looking for the American Song Contest, most of the results you'll find right now are actually from NBC. So I'm wondering if they're starting this up in an attempt to possibly try to get more wide appeal. But right now, like in terms of what they're doing, they have some interesting things happening. So for right now, we actually have, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go through all of the songs that have been live so far. So this is Judd Hoos from South Dakota, and they're only sitting at 16 views. So that's not great. In a contest like this, even like the basic Eurovision songs right now have thousands and thousands of views on them. So a lot of these options here, for instance, this Jesse Leprati, so I don't know where he's from. I can't remember. Anyways, he only has 146 views, and that's been up for a few days. So, like, a lot of these views are very low. Tyler Braden, who was actually the choice, 197 views. Going on from there, 262 views. And this one has been up for a couple weeks now. So, yeah. By the way, I didn't mean 21st of May. I meant 21st of March. 21st of May has not happened yet. That's when Eurovision happens. Anyways, a lot of these numbers are very, very low. So 288 views, 307 views. And this one's a favorite right now. So this is Alabama. No, never mind. UG Skywalking, this isn't a favorite. This definitely isn't a favorite. I was thinking Nico, this one here, favorite. It has been up for just about a week now. It's only sitting at 359 views. So a lot of these are very, very young, but they're still not getting a lot of viewership outside of this particular channel. So a lot of these ones here are just the American Song Contest in general, and this one's accessible all over the world. This one's gone through, and again, 394 views. But as you go through, we're going to notice more and more of them start to kind of surprise. Jaco was first week, only 388 views. Like right now, if you compare this to the numbers that Nebraska is pulling, if you compare this to numbers that other ones are, even just individual Eurovision countries, there really is a sense that the Eurovision audience has not translated over to the American Song Contest yet. There's the idea that one of the people who actually is running this right now, there's the idea that they have, it's just like, oh, it'll take a few years for this to build up. And just like, well, American television doesn't really work that way. You need to make a big impact. Macy Gray is one of their big names. And again, only at 436 views. And mind you, that was a terrible song. So this one's a frontrunner for this week. Flirt, Ali Zababa. But again, this one's sitting just under 1,000 views. That's not a ton. None of these are a lot. New Boot Goofin'. Even this one that's like a fan favorite, 471. Like, that's a lot of this isn't great. And to see such consistent low numbers across the board, even this one, which is one of the first one that was put through, Houston from Rhode Island, it's only at 574. Like, it's kind of shocking to me how low some of these numbers are. Some of these make sense. So, for instance, bands are going to probably have more views at the beginning just because there's more people that they can influence directly and be like, hey, go watch this. But overall, there's a lot here that just isn't breaking through. I don't know personally, but the Spotify lists are also not very high. And yeah, they're good to have, but a lot of this spectacle, I feel like, is lost. There are some exceptions, and as you notice, towards the end here, some of these numbers are trending in a very, very good direction. Jonah Prill, Fire It Up, you know, it's fine, but it's definitely not the numbers you would expect from some major song contest. Like, I question if this is even matching up to the ones from the newest, American Idol or X Factor or whatever. This was one of the songs that's coming out, or that's getting ranked this week, and guaranteed the song's going to go through. The fact that it's already over 1,000, it's just the one guy. It's a good song. Michael Bolton went through, that's fine. Sparrow went through, that's fine. Like, a lot of these are the qualifiers. And then Anissa out of nowhere. She actually has 3,800. So New York definitely should be a wild card at the very least. But yeah, the big one, of course, is Alexa. Because out of everywhere, we've had all these really, really small, silly numbers. And then out of nowhere, it's 150,000. So, like, there's a lot here. And there's definitely, when you get the right person in the right product in the right place, it'll blow up. So I'm just kind of pointing this out as something that's happening just now, as we're starting to kind of see the impact of the American Song Contest, if any, because ratings haven't been great for them. Ratings have been underneath American Idol, which is surprising to me. Online chatter's very low. This is probably going to be a one-off thing. I don't feel like they're going to bring this back. And it's unfortunate because I'm Canadian, and this is as close to Eurovision as I'm going to get anytime soon. But the fact that this is so... It's definitely underperforming. And the idea that this will take a couple of years to build up, I'm just like, I don't know if you'll have that time. I don't think that you'll have that impact. This is something that needed to be big out the gate. And it's really just landing with a thud for a lot of people. And it's unfortunate because this is what we want to see do well, because then we get more of it. And more song contests are not a bad thing. Like, it's actually even kind of a perfect time because, we're still in the middle of Eurovision hype, but all the songs have been released. So now there's new songs for this coming out every week, and then we get to see them, and then we get to listen and dive in. So it's a big, complicated piece where it's really hard to see how this is going to perform going forward. I'll know more next week. Tomorrow I'll have my rankings for the Monday night songs today. But yeah, as it stands, I don't have high hopes for the rest of the contest. But who knows? Maybe things will turn around. Maybe excitement will start to build now that we're actually seeing them try a lot of different things. It's possible that some of these new metrics that they're releasing, or they're really trying. And I really want to see them do better than they are. But I think a big part of this also comes down to there's a lot of country music in the American Song Contest, which isn't a surprise to anybody. But it's the flavor problem, right? Like in main Eurovision right now, there's a lot of sad ballads. In this American Song Contest, Amerivision, it's a lot of very standard country songs. And the two of the qualifiers to go through are sad country men with guitars. And those are the automatic jury qualifiers. I'm just like, who is this jury? How are they voting? What are they doing? So there's a lot to unpack here. And I'm going to keep following up on this. We'll see how their YouTube channel grows. I'm going to kind of keep this as a metric in the back of my head. But yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on this American Song Contest. And I hope that you at least have had something that you can pull from this in a unique way. All right, anyways, that's me. If you want to let me know what you think, find me on Instagram or Twitter at The Big Spam. Otherwise, I'm here, Canadian Eurovision. Find me on Spotify. And if you like my clothing, go to onecheekgeek.com. All right, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. All right, bye.